Nothing ruins comedy like arenas. That is a well-established fact. But your enjoyment is not as important as my self.
Boringly, there's a promoter in Australia who said, do you want to tour with the Australian Symphony Orchestras? There's 6 state orchestras or 5 or something. And they were all keen. So that was the beginnings of the idea, but in a way I wasn't quite ready for orchestras in the UK. It was a bit of a risk, but I was writing the musical Matilda and this orchestra show for the Australian market that year, and I didn't have time to write anything else, so I said to my promoters over here, that's the only show I've got, do you want to put it on the road or not? And they went, yeah, all right, as long as you do arenas, because literally if there's less than 5,000 people in the room, it doesn't pay for itself, right? We have a 60-piece orchestra on a bus, and it was like a massive rock tour, like 5 huge trucks and tour buses and crews and catering and a table tennis table. It was just so cool, and we did it, you know. And most importantly for me is I was always balking at the arena idea. I think it's fine if you're a stand-up and you want to do an arena, whatever, but I wanted to see if I could be perhaps the first comedian to take the challenge of the space and go, what could I do to make this justify the experience of sitting with 9,999 other people watching a screen? How can I make it bang? And so it all came together, and it goes bang. This show goes bang.
This is my earth, and I live in it. It's 1/3 dirt and 2/3 water, and it rotates and revolves through space at rather an impressive pace. It never even messes up my hair. And here's a really weird thing: the force created by its spin is the force that stops the chaos flooding in.
I've sort of dabbled in this area of whimsy. I think you have to be very careful of it, but actually since the very beginning, since my first Edinburgh in 2005, I had this idea, and everyone, he's like Bill Bailey, his stand-up's sort of, you know, not as good as his songs and all this sort of stuff, and I was like, I wish everyone would stop talking about my shows in terms of their expectations. I want to get to a point in my career where people go and see a show without adjectives. Oh, you're going to see Tim Minchin? What's he doing this year? Oh, let's go see, you know. And so I try and make my shows self-contained. They're not trying to be anything. But I mean, I hope I've got better at my job, and people laugh at my shows a lot, but I really like the power of getting a copy of the Quran up on stage and going, right, how does this make us feel, you know, or doing a song that's sort of an ironically beautiful song about not being able to write beautiful songs or whatever it is. But I don't want people to get the impression that I spend my whole time around with the form. I mean, mostly I'm there to yell cheese and entertain. You know.
This is my earth, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect.
It's a massive, epic monstrosity of a concert put onto a disc for your viewing pleasure.
It's not perfect, but it's mine.